Confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, and a man who goes by the names of Casemiro is undergoing his medical at Carrington. In there for you. He has arrived in Manchester. Remember the first video we did today, it was us letting you know that he's on his way to Manchester, and finally he's in Manchester to undergo his medical, and the first part of the medicals are ongoing. And secondly, there is a story of Antony, guys. Antony pushing for a move to join Manchester United after United made that 80 million euro offer to Ajax, and Ajax turned it down. The player said, I'm not going to play for Ajax anymore in the for you. Let's wait tomorrow when they are playing a team known as Sparta. We are waiting to see whether Antony is going to be part of the squad, but obviously he never trained. Even today, I've not seen him in the photos of Ajax, and obviously it looks like he's really not going to take part of that game because they're playing tomorrow. And today morning, they really trained ahead of their game against Sparta in the Eredivisie. So welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David, and obviously I'm doing the needful to come in here and really bring you the stories as they're really threading out to me and then to you. So smash the like button, guys, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name. United Matters channel is the YouTube channel you're watching us on, and remember, we are on to the mark of 5,000 now. We are really wanting to hit 6,000 subscribers, meaning that we are less by 900, I think 800 subscribers. Guys, subscribe to this channel. You never know, by the end of this month we might even hit 10,000, because for me, I'm a believer, because I know God is gonna make it happen, and we are really going to hit the ground running to 10,000 subscribers, because you guys who watch this channel always give me the confidence of going in and really making us win day in, day out. Now we have Casemiro in there for he's telling us that Casemiro is in Manchester. He works for Diarios in there for you. He reports in there for you, and he's telling us that Casemiro is in Manchester. And after him coming out and confirming to us that Casemiro is in Manchester, the #1 transfer guru, obviously Fabrizio Romano, the Italiano, came out and really told us that first part of the medical ongoing now for Casemiro as new Manchester United player. He has landed in Manchester in the morning together with his agents in the way. So we told you that in the morning he's traveling to Manchester, and obviously he was traveling to Manchester, and he's undergoing first part of this medical. You know, the medical is like it's divided in 3 sections, and I think the first one is going to be done, then the second one, then the third one is really going to be done at Carrington, obviously. And I know that United on Monday, they're really going to really gate out this player holding his shirt in the for you, and they're going to present him to the fans of United in the game of a side which goes by the names of Liverpool. So otherwise, I really believe that they might announce him on Tuesday, because they know that we might lose to Liverpool horribly on Monday. And now what they will do is simple. They'll go ahead and really say, all right, we are not going to unveil him on Monday, because on Sunday they look at him as a condenser of the fans that are really heating up, because United was forced even yesterday to go on their website and really post that we've signed Casemiro. You get, because of the pressure that Glazers are really feeling, meaning that, for them, they're thinking that if at all they come in here and really tell us that, oh, we've signed in Casemiro, it's really going to put the fire off. Nothing's going to put the fire off unless the Glazers hand over the club to the viable buyer who is willing to let us go to the next level at Manchester United. So I really believe that they might think of unveiling Casemiro on Tuesday. Yeah. They are going to unveil him on Tuesday, because I think after the medical is going to return to Real Madrid, because Madrid has really gone ahead to plan for him a farewell party, and the entire Madrid city is really going to say bye-bye to Casemiro in a very good way, and I don't believe that they'll go in and do it if at all this guy is not around. I think after passing the medical, he'll take the photos, everything, and then we'll fly back to Madrid. And I know after that farewell, his farewell from the Madrid city, I think on Tuesday we'll fly back, and obviously he's really going to go on and be unveiled as a United player on Tuesday. And it works for Manchester both ways. If at all they unveil him on Tuesday, good, because it will help them go ahead and really build the momentum. You get and unveil the player, and then know that obviously there is a new start or a new chapter being opened up by Manchester United as far as Casemiro is concerned. So Casemiro, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, he's undergoing his medical, and obviously we know that he's going to pass it, and everything is going to go on as planned. Now, Mail Sport, that is Simon Jones from the Mail Sport, as well as that a United dressing room insider said that Casemiro's arrival is viewed as a blessing, while some players have said a bulldog like him was needed for some time. Obviously, that midfield of United has been a joke. And when you're having a Casemiro in there for you, things change totally. I saw someone saying that we're going to be playing a deep line. There is no way. If at all we've been playing a high line without a central defense midfielder, that means we are going to be playing it again, because a CDM will be really tracking and really blocking everyone trying to approach our back four in the four. So I would believe that we are going to play a high line. A high line is really going to be a constant. There is no way Erik ten Hag is going to shift to what people like Harry Maguire want, for him to play a back three, because in the back three is not exposed. I believe that a man like Casemiro is needed, and I want to see Casemiro playing in a dour midfield pivot with either Eriksen or Freddy, and then he will be having Danny Van Beek or Bruno Fernandes playing ahead of him. So this is an insider from the dressing room telling us that he's coming, he's needed in the dressing room, and he was needed at Manchester United, because that central defense midfield was really a joke. And guys, you're going to see what we've always been telling you, that when you're having a central defensive midfield, things are different altogether. It's a different scenario altogether than what other people even think about, because when you're having a central defensive midfielder like Casemiro, things change totally. Things change totally, and they really look amazing, and you are really protected, and you have most of the ball, because Ten Hag is really a manager who wants to be having a lion's share of the possession. He wants to play a football possession style. You get? And in that system, you need to be having a central defense midfielder like Casemiro, who is really so much up to the levels that the manager really wants, and we welcome him at Manchester United. Now, this story came in yesterday, but because I was really having lots on table, Casemiro had become Casemiro, and there is no way I could give you an Antony update. I really came in there and really said, all right, I'll do it today. But today even I had to first let you know of how Casemiro has really decided to join United. He's in Manchester and he's undergoing his medical. And now let's go into the Antony chapter, because it looks like the chapter of Casemiro is really going to come to an end. And now we are really into the chapter of a man who goes by the name of Antony. Looks like it's going to be the next signing of Manchester United, because it has been confirmed to us that after Casemiro, United is going in for a forward next. To me, I believe that is a wrong move. We should go in for another central defensive midfielder, because Casemiro only is not enough. Now, Mark Verwage, working for the Telegraph and the Orange, so much close to Ajax, he has told us that Antony was seen at the club yesterday but did not train one day after Ajax refused Manchester United's offer. Remember, this story came in on Friday, meaning that he never trained on Thursday, he never trained on Friday. That means those are 3 days, because even today I've seen photos of Ajax players trying to train, but I've not seen him training, meaning that he is out. And he is really like saying, I'm demonstrating because you guys have not really sanctioned my move to Manchester United. Yet we've always told you that we want to leave, and you've brought in my replacement known as Sensecao Francesco from Portugal, and why don't you really let me go? Grant me a move, because United has really brought the amount of money you've been requesting, that is 80 million euros, and Ajax are really looking at the statement here for you. Now, Hakimi Ziyech is the #1 replacement target should Antony leave in the for you. Hakimi Ziyech was one of those players that United was really eyeing at after the Glazers told Ten Hag they don't have the money to spend on Antony. So now that the Glazers have been threatened and they've gone to loosen up their pass, they loosen up the strings of their pass. Now everything looks like the Ziyech deal to Manchester United is off, and Ziyech is really looking to be joining a side which goes by names of Ajax, where he came in from to play for Chelsea. And I really believe that he'll be a very good replacement for them, because Antony is young. Antony is 22 years of age. Ziyech is almost hitting 30 years. So I believe that it's okay for him to go back and play for Ajax, because that's where he was and is going to be welcomed a lot. And I think they won't miss him a lot. They won't miss Antony a lot when they're having a player who goes by the names of Hakimi Ziyech. The confirmation that this guy really wants out, Ajax offered Antony an improved contract, but the player wants his transfer in there for you. This is Hamsteller in there for you. He's really a very good journalist from the Netherlands, and obviously he is really good at what he does, and obviously he wants a move out of a team which goes by the names of a team which goes by names of Ajax. So Antony is pushing for a move to join Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano confirmed to us that Antony told Ajax with his agents that he wants the Manchester United proposal discussed. Ajax said no to the 80 million bid. Antony is pushing for the two clubs to discuss the for you with his agent. Again, Fabrizio confirmed to us that I'm told that Antony wants to go. He wants Manchester United and he's really pushing for the move, which is why he didn't train with them on Friday. That is yesterday. So Antony is 100% pushing for a move to leave Ajax and join a side which goes by Manchester United. He wants to go in and join Erik ten Hag. And obviously, I know what is really leading this up is the Brazilian connection. I really believe that when you see that Freddy was the only Brazilian at Manchester United, if Casemiro comes in through, that creates a more conducive environment for Antony to operate. Obviously, the cliques are really going to be broken according to me. And the coming in of Antony is really going to put the position of, I think, Rashford under threat. Do you know why? The reason is simple. Antony plays onto the right attacking side of the midfield. So, if he comes in, obviously Sancho is going to be shifted to the left attacking side of the midfield because Rashford is not playing well. That's it. He's not playing well, and I want to see that competition at Manchester United, that we are having two players competing for position in there for you. So that's what I really believe, that the coming in of Casemiro is also a very much influence for Antony because he's looking at that Brazilian connection and he knows that Freddy and Casemiro are contenders and already in part of the Brazilian national team that's going to go to Qatar. And how do you really fit in? Not by playing for Ajax. If you're playing at Manchester United, you're having your fellow Brazilians, Casemiro and Freddy. Obviously, they're going to be starters in that Erik ten Hag team. And if at all they're feeding you very well, obviously you know that countrymen and nationalists really favor themselves most in there for you. So that will happen and you'll see Antony thriving at United. And as soon as Antony hits the ground running at Manchester United, obviously he is going to be part of the World Cup team to go and play for Brazil in Qatar. So as things stand in here for you, we want to see Antony coming in at Manchester United. The good thing is that he's pushing for this because 80 million euros is really so much money for Antony, but Ajax are really playing stubborn and saying you are going nowhere. But we are being told that everything is going on as planned by United. Then we are being told by Simon Jones of Mail Sport that United are now waiting on Ajax forward Antony, who is agitating to leave the Dutch champions. United have left an offer of 67 million euros or 67 million pounds or 80 million euros on the table. That is what United did. Obviously, in a move like this, what do? Is simple. You just go ahead and say, all right, for us, this is what we are offering. And if at all you're going for it, then Antony, we've done our part, come in. But all that goes back to the Glazers because this money was available way back in May and June when Ajax told United that want 80 million euros and United had the money. They couldn't go in and put in there for you. But after the new man comes in through to take over the team of United, then they are really telling us that we are not going to give you Antony. So Antony is right to really go in and really push for this move and really demonstrate, because he is really saying to Ajax, I'm not going to play for you a game of football anymore unless otherwise you let me go. Obviously, Ajax know this is a good amount of money, but trust me, they've already brought in a replacement for him. Why don't you let him go? Because at 80 million euros, you're going to get close to 30%. That is close to 24 million pounds, 24 million euros, and pay them to Sao Paulo, where this guy came in from. That means you'll be left with 56 million euros. So if you bought that player, I think at 10 million euros from that side, you're making a profit of close to 40 million euros for this player. Because when you hear that a club has put in a sell fee, when you sell him, you are really going to get a certain percentage. That means they bought him on a cheap. They bought him on a cheap from a side which goes by names of Ajax. Sao Paulo. So they bought him on a cheap from Sao Paulo, meaning they're making a profit of close to 50 million euros. Why don't you let him go? Because next season, it's going to be very hard for a team to come in and really offer you 80 million euros for him. You'll sell him on a less. You know that very well. So I don't really believe that what Ajax are really doing is good, because they're a selling team. And how can a team offer you 80 million euros and don't really sell that player? Because however much the problem is for the Glazers, they're to be blamed. But obviously, what should we do? You get? We just have to kick them out because they had the money and they never went in for this player early enough. And now we've lost 2 games of a season, and obviously we are being looked at as losers. So the Glazers are giving us every reason to kick them out because they had the money and they never wanted to unzip their pass in the field. But now they're opening the strings of their pass because they know that there is someone else there who wants to go in and really get them out of this club. Now, the other story comes in from Fabrizio Romano that Cody Gakpo and Antony are 2 separated deals that Manchester United are discussing. So, if you thought that a player who goes by the name of Cody Gakpo is an alternative for Antony, then you don't know what you're talking about. The fact is, all these 2 players are separate deals. These deals are being discussed separately. United wants Cody Gakpo and Antony. They want Cody Gakpo to come in and compete with Marcus Rashford off the left, attacking side of the midfield, and to play centrally in the for you. That means if at all we get in Cody Gakpo, we're not going to get another centre forward. Then Antony is coming in as a player to play on the right, attacking side of the midfield, to compete with Jadon Sancho onto that side. So Fabrizio has gone ahead to enlighten us on that because that enlightenment was needed fully. Reason being, people thought that Cody Gakpo is an alternative for Antony, and I've always told you here on this channel that that's a wrong alternative. Sorry, that's a wrong opinion for you guys, because Antony is needed because he plays on the right attacking side of the midfield. Sorry about that. Antony is needed because he plays on the right attacking side of the midfield, and Cody Gakpo doesn't play on the right. He plays on the left and centrally. That's it. So that's why we need a man who goes by names of Cody Gakpo and Antony. So 2 separate deals, discussed separately, United in for them. Now, after spending that money, close to £60 million, to a player who goes by Casemiro, meaning that United has now spent close to £120 million. Meaning that if they go in and spend 67 on a player who goes by names of Antony, they would have spent close to 190, and Cody Gakpo would go like for £40 million, meaning that they would have spent close to 220 or 30 million pounds. That is what United is all about, and this is the pressure that the fans of United are really mounting on the Glazers, and they are really giving in and surrendering to go in and bring in players. That's why they should leave this club. They should leave this club without further ado, because this is what they've been doing season in, season out. When pressure comes in through, they really purchase players. When they are really off pressure, they relax and say that we don't have money, and they buy cheaper players, and they go in for option 2s and 3s for the manager, yet the manager wanted first options in the for you all first choices. Now, Simon Molok, a chief football reporter or writer for the Sunday Mirror, has told us that after Erik ten Hag warned them that the size of the task ahead of him was much bigger than he thought when he agreed to walk out of Ajax, the Glazers agreed to loosen the purse strings. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. The fact is, why did the Glazers go in for Antonio Rabiot? They go in for Adrian Rabiot, who is cheap, 15 million pounds. They wanted Anatovic, who could cost them close to 10 or 15 million pounds. They wanted which other player? Kalazidik. You get? They were going in for players who were left with just 1 year on their contracts and they were free. They wanted Jamie Vardy because he was left with 1 year on his contract and was not sure that a team which goes by the name of Leicester really is going to reward him another contract of a further year. So that's what the Glazers were doing. But after a viable buyer coming in through in the names of Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in through and said that and made his hesitations clear that I want to buy Manchester United, this is what happened. And it's happening because a team which goes by names of Manchester United and the Glazers are on pressure because they know that there is now a viable buyer who is willing to take over this club and finance it, who is not going to take out dividends from it, but he's just going to go out in there and really invest in this club for the next 10 years, because you saw how Chelsea was bought. They told Tony Boyle that don't gate out a single penny out of Chelsea. You get? And that's what the guy is doing. So that is a lie. That is a lie being told by Manchester United, that the Glazers are being told, Glazers are now spending big because Eric Ten Hag told him that the task is more than how he really thought it was. That is a lie. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. A story, Glazer sponsored, in the mail to coming through to really try to counter us who really are pressurizing them to sell the club of Manchester United. And on Monday, remember, there are demonstrations. Again, they're going to be big ones. We don't know whether the game is going to happen or not, but the police have said we're not going to deploy. People have to go ahead and really exercise their rights. If at all they feel like they're oppressed, they should go ahead and really demonstrate at a side which goes by names of Manchester United, where the 1957 or 59 statue is. That's where people are really meeting, and it's really going to be happening down at Old Trafford on Monday. Before the Liverpool game, the demonstrations are really going to be on, and they're going to hit the ground running. So guys, thank you very much for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. Give me close to 1,000 likes on this video, and tell me what you think about Casemiro undergoing his medical at Manchester United, and Antony next in there for you. And Antony is pushing for a move to join Manchester United. I sign out for now. See you later. Maybe we are going to be back if at all a story is broken, but I think I'm going to come back in the next 4 or 3 hours to get you the next story, whether Casemiro has completed his medical, yes or no. I'm out. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly, guys.